Good afternoon, my name is Stephanie Koo. I'm from Australia, representing Brisbane Girls Grammar School, and today I'm presenting TAPI, my project which is Task Assistant for Preschool Independence. According to the Australian Bureau of Statistics, only 54.8% of young children today are reported to be developmentally on track. So this is across areas of physical well-being, social competence, emotional maturity, communication and cognitive skills. In other words, over half are already starting life behind. It was this statistic that inspired me to explore how design and technology could help parents support their children's growth in these crucial early years of learning. Now let me bring you right back to the beginning. While this project did stem from a Year 12 design assignment, I believe it could be easily extrapolated to both the Australian and Asia Pacific regions. In this assignment, we are asked to respond to the following question. How can the design of a product, service or environment support parents in nurturing and enhancing the development of young children? Now, this question became the foundation for all of my research, design work and ultimately the solution I'm sharing with you today. My first step, however, was to investigate further through both primary and secondary research. I spoke with my parents, extended family, friends and some teachers with young children, which gave me a wide range of perspectives. I surveyed their biggest challenges regarding early childhood development, and the theme of routine resistance quickly emerged. Routine struggles with daily transitions like brushing teeth, bedtime, and getting dressed don't just affect family harmony. They also significantly impact children's self-sufficiency, confidence, and social-emotional growth. Studies show that children learn best not through screens, but through play, repetition, and tactile reinforcement. Long story short, with so many time-poor parents, there was one key challenge that stood out time and time again. And that was how to help children build daily routines independently whilst reducing mental stress for parents and caregivers. So at this point, my needs analysis was fairly clear. 1, parents needed support, not more work. 2, children needed something engaging, not more screens. And 3, families needed a solution that's both safe and sustainable. Almost every single person that I spoke to emphasized the emotional toll of parenting. So reducing these daily stresses would not just help children, but they would also support parent well-being. Naturally, a calmer parent is going to be more patient, more present, and better able to enjoy time with their child. Yes, there already are some great options out there that may do this for certain families. These would be things like Yosho players, Tony boxes, paper-based routine charts, and even some of the children's apps that are available on the market currently. But I did notice that they all shared quite a few limitations. 1, most required near constant parental supervision. 2, they tended to be fairly passive, especially with young children. And finally, many relied on screens, and yet this was something that every parent I spoke to wanted to avoid. In short, all of the current solutions either failed to engage children or put the burden back on the parents. So I wanted to find something that would not just give children autonomy, but also parents peace of mind. To do this, I converged all of my research into a singular goal, and this was to design a screen-free, interactive toy to support young children in learning early daily routines. To do this, I set myself 3 design criteria for what an ideal solution would address. Number 1, it needed to enhance independence while still blending seamlessly into family life. Number 2, the design had to be simple and intuitive for young children while still being playful and appealing to encourage engagement. And finally, it had to be crafted from durable, sustainable, and environmentally friendly materials. So this had to be something that would last instead of ending up as more plastic waste further down the line. So, after exploring countless sketches, concepts and prototypes, and of course keeping parents I interviewed involved in every single stage, some consistent feedback began to emerge. Number 1, when it came to the design itself, parents strongly preferred something tactile that a child could actually connect with. They emphasized the product needed to be simple to set up and easy to use, for both them and their children. The last thing they wanted was just another device that would add even more to their workload. Finally, they needed something that had reassurance about safety and data privacy. So this means nothing that would connect unnecessary information or required constant internet use. Taking all of this this on board helped me refine my design choices and ultimately led me to one final solution: Tappy. Tappy, which stands for Task Assistant for Preschool Independence, is a cuddly AI integrated robot tool designed to develop independence in young children through fun daily routines. Tappy is not a replacement for parents, but a tiny teammate to turn seemingly boring everyday moments into interactive play, all while easing the emotional and mental load on caregivers. Some of Tappy's key features include an AI-driven voice that guides and encourages children, played through padded speakers hidden in Tappy's ears. Next, a child-friendly interface with 3 simple buttons, a tick on one hand and a cross on the other to mark tasks as complete or incomplete, as well as a heart on Tappy's chest, which was a customizable shortcut to fun activities like music, stories, and games. Next, he is made of a soft, tactile body made from hypoallergenic minky fabric and biodegradable cotton basting. It is designed to come in multiple colorways so that children can customize their own companion. Furthermore, it would have a child-safe zippered pocket to hide the battery pack and internal electronics. This makes the external plush completely machine washable and mess-free. It also means that children can hug Tappy to sleep like any other simple soft toy, while the battery pack and chargers charge nearby, perhaps playing soothing music throughout the night. And finally, an integrated companion app for parents, where they can add and remove tasks, adjust routines, track progress, and even customize Tappy's personality to suit their child's needs. Now let's dive into the technology that really brings Tappy to life. First, on the AI side, I looked into chatbot integration, which would allow Tappy to listen and talk naturally with a child using voice-to-text features. I've prototyped this using OpenAI's real-time system, however, I would like it to ideally run on a pre-trained, localized LLM model to ensure data is stored securely and would not rely on constant internet access. For the hardware side, I looked into Raspberry Pi and Arduino boards as possible processors to run the chatbot, as well as to connect with various input and output sensors. So this would be things like a USB microphone for audio, 4 sensitive resistors to act as buttons and detect things like hugs, and an IMU sensor to combine an accelerometer and gyroscope to sense movement. In terms of the output side of things, this would mean a small speaker and USB-powered amp hidden in the ears for voice and music, and a small ERM or eccentric rotating motor inside the body to provide soft haptic feedback and gentle vibrations to regulate the senses. A custom 3D printed frame would allow these electrodes to be enclosed safely and removed easily, so the outer body could still be machine washed. With further development, the Raspberry Pi and Arduino could even be streamlined into a single custom unit. But really, what is it that makes Tappy different from all of the AI toys out there? Well, Tappy is more than just a toy. It integrates behavioral science, adaptive AI, and a physical child-safe device to enhance childhood independence and ease parental stress. Unlike the myriad of other robots, which are either screen-based or non-adaptive, Tappy is soft, tactile, and perfect for cuddling and built specifically to appeal to young children, especially in collaboration with educators. Now, while this project did begin with a focus on family life, I believe Tappy has the potential to extend beyond just simple routines at home. Its first role is to support children in building independence, but with further development, Tappy could be expanded to support emotional well-being as well. For example, it could help with challenges like separation anxiety when starting school, or provide just that little bit of structure for neurodiverse children who suffer from things like ADHD or autism. Of course, I understand that developing and producing things can become quite costly, but that's where broader programs could come in. For example, if Tappy were to be implemented in public schools or kindergartens, its benefits could extend to an entire community of children, not just those who can afford it at home. I truly believe that Tappy could evolve into not just a supportive household companion, but also a tool that genuinely makes a difference in education systems, ultimately helping to give more children the best possible start in life. Thank you.